Danse Wakamagan, my relations. This is Buffalo Child. I have some news for you. It's not good news. I received a message about 2 minutes after it happened. There was rioting in the camp, and what happened was they put up bare fences to put the natives and the protectors. They encaged the people with these bare fences, and then they had then they shot tear gas in there, spooking horses and causing hate, causing problems. They could have killed people, elders and that, with this tear gas. They didn't care about the children. These are peaceful people that came there to pray. They came there in a good way to pray and protect the environment. And this is all under the leadership of Governor Jack DeLapple. This governor is a puppet for Kelsey Lee Warren. Kelsey Lee Warren is the owner, like the big boss who tells the CEO of Dakota Access Pipeline what to do. This man could have stopped this, but he encouraged it. He even bought out a governor. This governor broke the First Amendment, Second Amendment, and several other amendments of the Constitution of the United States. This man should be impeached. This man should be kicked out of office. I think we should put a sign that Governor Jack DeLapple, kicked out of office. He's the worst governor in the history of the United States of America, and all the other governors should jump on board here. When this man doesn't listen to President Obama, he doesn't listen to the law, he breaks the jurisdiction because he got paid probably millions of dollars from this billionaire. So just because he got paid like 30 pieces of silver like Judas Iscariot did when he sold Jesus Christ, that's what this governor did. He sold the people to get rich. Now there's rioting. They fenced up the people in camp with bare fences, and they shot tear gas in there. And they had these people suffering. They caused rioting. They caused horses to act up and everything. They knew what they were doing. They strategically planned this. This is wrong. This isn't America. When a governor breaks the Constitution of the United States and the amendments of the Constitution, this man should be incarcerated. He should be locked up. He should be in jail. And the followers of him, those law enforcement officers that follow his word and command, they should be incarcerated too. This is treason. This is like what causes revolutions. This is wrong. This is no longer an isolated incident. They blocked the media. There's no ABC, there's no NBC, there's no CBS, there's nothing, because those billionaires own those stations. So they will not allow the media. They're blocking coverage from all the cells, so cells can't get coverage out there. They're blocking food supplies. They're blocking people to get medical attention. They're locking in these people, non-native and native people. They're locking them in like caged animals, and they're provoking them, and then they're shooting tear gas in there. This is against the law. This is even other countries don't act insane like this governor does, just for money, just for money. This man should be relieved from office of the United States of America as the governor. This Jack DeLapple, he should be removed as governor. There should be signs all over, and they should go put signs up in Dallas, Texas, and that gated community where this man, his name is Kelsey Lee Warren. He can stop this. I've sent a message. There's a 12-year-old girl that sent a message about the world and the environment and pollution, and I sent it in good faith to him and asked him to stop, protect the environment. And I'm asking you also, let's make this peaceful. All my relations. Oh. And I see that my phone says I'm running out of space. So I have to stop this broadcast. But I was just ready to leave there. I had a tough time yesterday, I drove back and I was tired, and I had several people calling me to travel with me, but nobody knows how to drive a Standard. And there's girls asking for rides up there, but I'm out there to work, I'm out there to do some good. It's not about me having a girlfriend. It's about the environment, Mother Earth, and Gawiaski, Kakiwakumagan, and all our relations. This is about our planet, our Mother Earth. This is about saving the sacred water of life. This is about us doing the good in humanity, in the environment, in this world. Life in all forms, Even a blade of grass has life. The water is sacred. It's the female power. Water is sacred. It keeps us alive. And I wish blessings on everyone there. And I ask you, Kelsey, Lee, Warren, would you like it if your own children and your own loved ones didn't have any clean water? Would you like it if people were abusing your children and other people's children that you love? No, you wouldn't like that. This is a bigger thing than the money. Money is nothing in this world if we don't have the air we breathe, if we don't have the water we drink, if we don't have the food we eat. You cannot eat that money, Kelsey. And this is a message for humanity. We do not own the earth. We are merely a web, a strand in the web of life. The earth owns us. What we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. And if we poison our mother, the earth, we poison ourselves. We poison the food we eat. We get cancer. We get sicknesses. We get all these problems. We have to think about not only our lives, but the lives of our children, the lives of our grandchildren, and the lives of the people we love, a brother, a sister. I ask you, Kelsey, Lee, Warren, are you a man of integrity and of life? Are you a man who cares about other people? Are you somebody who can think about the lives of another human being? It's not about economic development when you're destroying people's lives. That's the facade that has destroyed this country. There was a middle class in this country because they put the people first. If you really want to know how to run a country, I'll tell you. How you can tell how good a country is by the type of people the country turns out. If you have a country with a strong middle class, educated people, caring community people, that is a great country. But if you have a country where they only care about the wealth they have and they don't care about their fellow man, and you have the very rich and the very poor, that's a horrible country. And that's what's happening here. And that's only happening because you're breaking the amendment, the Constitution, the amendments, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, and several others. There are natural laws in this universe, spiritual laws. And if we abuse people, people react. You can't fence in a bunch of natives and non-natives with bare fences and stop their food and stop them from having medical attention and then shoot tear gas in there and spook horses. That's wrong. I want everybody to send this out to everybody else and send this worldwide, because they're blocking the cell towers, they're blocking communication, they're scrambling things. This is all secret to them. And why CBS and NBC and ABC and all of them don't cover this is because they're told not to cover it. And if there was a few smart ones in there, they would do like what happened at the time of Watergate. A couple of those bright and smart people would go out there and film it on their own and share this with the world, because this is happening right now. There's no democracy in the United States of America. When you abuse the people, when you attack a 10-year-old little girl, attack dogs and rip her face up, when you bring in tanks and machine guns, when elders are praying, when you stop people from praying. You break so many amendments in the Constitution of the United States. You cause problems for humanity. If this country ever falls apart, it's going to be because of Governor Jack Dimple and people like Kelsey Lee Warren, because these are the people that are causing this problem. Do what is right. Don't do what you want to do. Do what is right. You know, humanity comes first. The environment comes first. It's not about economic development when you poison people and when you have a class system where some people are going to become more greater billionaires and some people are going to become poorer, and there are many thousands are going to get cancer, and 17 million people are going to be poisoned if this pipeline breaks in the Missouri River. 17 million. Is that economic development? Oh no, they'll hush it up. It's not guns that kill people. It's the people who use guns. It's not the oil companies that are destroying things. It's the owner and dictators of those oil companies, not their CEOs. The CEOs are only puppets for the owners. This deal was done by Kelsey Lee Warren, and he lives right next door to the Bushes, and they cut deals at parties and they make up their minds, and everybody else, they bypass things. I ask you to call for the removal of Jack Dimple as governor of North Dakota because he broke the law. He went out of his own jurisdiction. He's the worst governor in the history of the United States of America. He's like a Mussolini, totalitarian dictator. And the ones that lead him on, are they like Hitler? Because this is becoming worse than communism. This is wrong. If you want to make this country great, you make this country great by looking after the people. You give the people education. You give the people homes, medical care. You look after the people, and you have a middle class, and the country and the economy is strong. But when the rich people fight to keep people ignorant, and there's no allowance for education, and there's no allowance for people to get ahead, you create a class system. The very wealthy, the billionaires, and the very poor. There's no middle class. America needs a middle class today. America needs people who think and don't react. These protectors have been thinking. The law enforcements have been reacting. You know, they bring helicopters, they block out the media. Share this message and go forth. When this whole thing was being set up, the people like where there was public meetings, hearings and all that, the Native American Indian people and tribal leaders were not allowed to attend when it was going through their reservations. That's corruption. That's wrong. You know, that's what Jack Dell'Apple did. He should be removed as governor in the state of North Dakota immediately. And everything that has happened to every single person over there, loss of job, loss of time, loss of health, medical expenses, they should all be billed to Kelsey Lee Warren, because he's the dictator here. He's the guy that tells the CEOs what to do. He's the guy who bought out the governor. He's the person. He's the man who could stop this whole thing. Instead, he wants war. This is wrong. He provokes people, locks Indians and locks non-native in bear fences and shoots tear gas on them. That's like insane. This man needs to be stopped. God bless you all. And I want to thank everybody for joining in. I'm sorry that I didn't read all the names, but this is like, I'm pretty new at this. All my relations. Thank you. Buffalo Child.